Hi everyone, my name is Rob Brooks and I'm the Coordinator of Career Services at MUIH. Today's workshop is Making the Most of LinkedIn, which is going to be done in under 15 minutes. So in this workshop, I hope to give you an overview of what LinkedIn can do for you as a job hunter or as an entrepreneur, and encourage you to use it as a tool towards reaching your career goals. First of all, what is LinkedIn? LinkedIn is a professional networking website as opposed to a personal networking website such as Facebook. And LinkedIn offers individual profiles, group and organization profiles, professional development articles and information, search features, job postings, and for extra money, a premium account. An individual profile is basically your online resume, where you can take your resume and post it piece by piece into LinkedIn so that people who are looking you up can see what your background is, what your qualifications are, and this way, perhaps you could even get some outreach from recruiters who are looking for you and found you on LinkedIn where you haven't even reached out to them. So you want to certainly make your LinkedIn profile be professional and sell yourself just like you do with your resume. It also has group and organization profiles so that you can look up the organizations that you may be interested in working for or partnering with to find out more about them, and also to see if you may know somebody who works there or know somebody who knows somebody who works there. So it's great for job search research, so that if you're writing a cover letter, for example, and you want to know who to address it to, you may be able to find that person on LinkedIn and see what their name is, who is in a position to hire you either as the hiring manager or somebody in human resources. LinkedIn is also a way to expand your visibility so that you can go to your professional organization's LinkedIn profile, and there may be conversations going on where people are asking questions about something relating to your field. So the more you can participate in conversations on LinkedIn, the more people will get to know your name, the more your name gets out there and gets recognized. You can also publish articles on LinkedIn as well. And with your individual profile, you can link that profile to, if you have an e-portfolio or a website or a blog, you can link anything really or upload anything to LinkedIn that can help you and help an employer to realize how qualified you are. So there are also professional development articles and information, and so you're going to have a feed just like you do with Facebook and other social media websites. There's a feed where you're going to be fed articles to read that LinkedIn feels might be interesting to you. And you can also search out articles on the topics of interest that may be published by your professional associations or other professionals that are in your field. So definitely get involved on LinkedIn and raise your visibility. The more you know about what's going on the LinkedIn platform, the better off you'll be in terms of your career goals. There are search features on LinkedIn. So again, if you have a job interview and you want to find the person who will be interviewing you, if he or she is on LinkedIn, then you may be able to find what their background is, how long they've been with the company, where they went to college, when they graduated, which will tell you approximately how old they are, and any other information that you feel may be relevant. So it's definitely worth it to search for anybody that you're interviewing with on LinkedIn just to take a look at their profile and so that you can visualize what they might look like and what that interview might be like. Okay, there are also search features for companies, and you can search by location. There's a lot of things you can do with the search features. LinkedIn also has job postings, and it's definitely worth a look on LinkedIn to see what's posted on your field, in your field. And so I would suggest definitely making it one of your top sites for looking for job leads. Then there are premium accounts. I've been able to conduct a job search in the past without a premium account. I do think that it helps to have one if you will be doing a lot of searches, because what happens when you have a basic account is that at a certain point, LinkedIn is going to say you've used up all of your searches for the month. So once you get to that point, if you're in the middle of a job search, you might consider boosting to a premium account just for the duration of your job search from there. If you never hit that point, then I don't think it's really that necessary to do it. But if you do hit that point where you're going to be limited in your searches, then I would say, yeah, it would be worth it to do a premium account, at least for the time being, until you find that next job. Or at least until the month is over, and then your number of searches will refresh. Okay, so next question. What LinkedIn isn't? It is not a replacement for networking in person. It is a part of your marketing campaign, not a substitute for it. So especially for introverted people would prefer to do their networking online and to be able to type to people rather than speak to people. But you're not going to have that personal interaction with LinkedIn that you would with somebody that you're able to set up an appointment with and meet with in person. So you want to make sure that when you're conducting a job search or when you're looking to gain clients for your practice, that you're not over-relying on LinkedIn as a primary source of information. You can make a better personal connection when you're meeting with people in person as opposed to online. So this is not to say not to use it, but if you have the opportunity to connect with somebody on LinkedIn or the opportunity to meet with them in a coffee shop over coffee and talk to them, well, you want to do both, but the priority is really the personal meeting. So LinkedIn is a way for you to connect with people, but then the next step is, if they live locally to you, to see if you can meet with them and talk to them and have a conversation about your field and how they might be able to help you in breaking into the field, how you might be able to help them as well in whatever it is that they're doing, so that networking is a mutually beneficial relationship. So make sure to use it, but also spend part of your job search or part of your time spent in setting up your practice in also thinking about who can I meet with in person, how can I use LinkedIn as a part of my marketing campaign to find those people, to introduce myself, but then also to take that a step further and see if you can meet in person or have an email conversation. If somebody is connected with you, you can message them on LinkedIn, and that messaging is great, and so that's sort of like an email conversation. But I believe that meeting in person, or at least over the phone, is always the better way to go to make a longer lasting impression. What are the benefits? To find people that you lost touch with. So you may have some great people who could be references or who could be connections for you to new jobs, new careers, new clients, but perhaps you've lost touch with them over the time since you last spoke to them. Perhaps you're not working at that company anymore, or they're not working at that company anymore. So it's important to find these people, to reach out, to reconnect, to ask for them to help you and to see if you can help them as well. Also, it's for visibility and personal branding within professional groups and associations, names to research for your cover letter, interview research to find out about your interviewer, and also to find more about the company, and then also industry trends and research. Now I'm going to take you to my LinkedIn page. Okay, and I'm going to get to that in a second, but I wanted to point out a few things in that my page has a specific URL, and I'll show you that. The profile section, the connections section with 3 levels of connections. LinkedIn tells you when you have first level connections, in which this is somebody who you have agreed or they have agreed to and they have agreed to be connections with each other. There are also then, who do your connections know, and that's a second level connection. And then who do your connections know, which is the third level. So LinkedIn, when you're doing searches, will indicate for you whether somebody is a first level connection, second level, or third level. And if you research a company and type in the company name, it'll show you the people that work there in terms of first level connection, second level connection, third level connection, or no connection. And I'll show you also, there's a place on the LinkedIn pages for recommendations and endorsements and groups. And you'll see on my page, I don't have a multimedia aspect to my page, but I probably should have one. So we're going to go right now to my page. So as you can see, I want to show you first of all my LinkedIn URL, which there's a way to do this on LinkedIn. Okay, and I don't have time to show you how to do that right now, but you could Google that or search on LinkedIn for ways to get a personal URL that looks like it's you, okay, rather than just a bunch of numbers. All right, so I did that, and then you can see that I have a professional picture on there, okay, and in addition to that, there's a headline. Okay, so my headline is my job title. Your headline might be more of what you're looking to do. So it could be that you're an entrepreneur looking to gain this type of client, or you're a job seeker looking for this type of job. And if you do have that headline, I would suggest to put in addition to what you're looking for, any certifications or licensing that you have, master's degree, and so forth. Okay, so that would be a really quick one. Then just like your resume, you can have a profile section, and you can see what mine is there. Okay, so it's a paragraph basically highlighting all of my main qualifications for the position. Okay, you can, as you see on the right side, people also viewed. And this is a good way to do company research. So if you do company research and you find one person at the company, if you go to their people also viewed section, you might find people in related positions to theirs. So that's something to look out for. Okay, then my profile, you wouldn't see this if you were on mine, but I have a dashboard which basically says that I'm an all-star because I have a lot of connections. And a little bit of information there. Okay, then you can see here that I have my information about my current job. Okay, information about my last several jobs, and I'm going to click on the last one at Mount Ida College. So you can see that what I did was I have a paragraph there, and with bullet points. Just like my resume, the bullet points don't come out as nicely, but just like my resume, I have both with MUIH. Since I'm not looking for a job, I just put a thumbnail paragraph up there and no bullet points, but the rest of my jobs do have them. In addition, I have my education section, my certification as a professional resume writer, my skills and endorsements, okay, and my recommendations. It's great to have recommendations on your LinkedIn profile, okay, and that's something you can actively look for, is ask people to post their recommendations on your profile. And then we go to interests, and you can see the groups that I belong to, okay, and there are messaging features as well. So my profile will show the messaging. It'll show, I'm going to just go up there, my network, anybody who's reached out to me, and so forth. And that is LinkedIn in 15 minutes. Thank you very much for your time.